Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Kendall. I do videos all things makeup, beauty, and life, but today we will be continuing my sword series of educating about the card itself and the interpretation that I personally have. If you have different interpretations of the card, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, but let's go ahead and get started with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she is sitting high and mighty up in the clouds, so no one can touch her, right? She is in her strong, dominant energy. She also has her sword that's sticking straight up, and her other hand seems to be reaching out as in like an offering of some sort. This illustration can be represented as having the wisdom and the knowledge to kind of guide you, but also still accepting wisdom and communication with others. It's not really putting you above anyone else, but it puts you in a place of very strong mental state of thinking, communication, and just being blunt and honest, straightforward, but also still being open to others' conversations and communication styles. When we pull the Queen of Swords in a general reading, she is really here as one of the more like not stubborn, but more not difficult, but like stern of the queens, because we're in the sword suit, which is all about our mental and communication realm. She just like, don't mess with the Queen of Swords because she has her thoughts articulated very clearly. She's very blunt in her communication because she knows exactly what she wants to communicate to other people. And she's very intelligent, but she's also open to communication with others. She's very strong suited in not relying solely on her emotions to guide her. She's indicating that with too much emotions, we can really slip away from what truly matters in the moment. And that could be the communication that you're having with other people, the thoughts that you're having, the judgments that you're having. This is a really stern card of like, no, this is what I think, and this is exactly how I'm gonna articulate my argument or my communication style in order for you to understand where I'm coming from. But they are open to conversation and learning from others at the same time. This is a really independent card as well. So you have seen through the Swords series and all of the cards since the Ace card that the Swords is kind of a struggle for a lot of us. There's a lot of like battles, there's a lot of like lies and heartbreak and despair and rest periods, and our mental health is being affected, our communication style is being affected. So this is finally a moment to sit in our independence and be very, very strong and confident in what we have to say, and also in what we gotta think. She is telling it the way it is, and she does not care how you feel about it, but she's open to hearing how you feel about it. It's just less emotional. When we pull the Queen of Swords in a love reading, she comes up when she is not only loyal, but she is a strong woman, okay? So if you're pulling this in a love reading and it's representing you or somebody in your love life, this is a very strong individual. This is a very independent individual, and sometimes they can be hard to break through because they're so independent and because they're so strong in their feelings and thoughts and judgments. This person can also have a bit of a guard up because of what they've previously went through, as we talked about, and through the Sword series. They've been through a lot, so they might have a guard up because they're like, no, I'm not doing this. I've been through this, that, and the other thing, and now I think this way, I feel this way, and this is how I want to go. If you're in love with someone who's the Queen of Swords, if you're the Queen of Swords, if they are presenting themselves somewhere in your love life, they may take a while to let those guards down, but it's for good reason, and they really are the most loyal and kind-hearted people. She's also going to be one to set boundaries. So whether it's a he or she in the situation, if the Queen of Swords comes out, this is that girl who knows how to communicate effectively, values communication effectively, has a guard up, but also respects boundaries. So you're going to have to really learn how to respect boundaries, or you have boundaries for yourself that you're not willing to kind of shake on. And that's not a bad thing. It just means that you're to this point of having really strong thoughts about things. And I don't mean it in a toxic way. This isn't an invitation to have these boundaries up from past traumas that are a little too much and a little too toxic. It's just a boundary that's up like, hey, I have been through this, or I have been lied to, like we saw in the 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords. I've been through this, so one lie that I catch you in, we're gonna be done. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's very strong in her ways and her thinking processes. When we pull the Queen of Swords in a career read, this is a great card to pull. This is a strong card, okay? Strong, energetic card. When we pull it in a career read, this could be talking about you, or it could be talking about someone in your workspace who just like you can go to for advice. They can construct the greatest criticism for you, but in like a productive way. It's not a talking down to you. It's just like, hey, can I get your advice on this? And they will give it to you straight. They do not care about your feelings. They want to help you grow. They want to help other people grow. This is where you get a lot of respect from colleagues, or you respect a colleague because of this, because they're not coming from a means of hatred or trying to get a jab in at you. They're truly coming from a place of like, I have the experience that I can teach you something and you're willing to learn from it. Or, hey, you need to set more work boundaries, okay? So I have the Queen of Swords come out a lot for me, especially in a career poll, because I am that person in my workplace personally. So I'll give you an example. I work with someone who lets their emotions get control of them a lot. It's literally, it happens to the best of us, but she comes to me for advice because she knows that I give it to her straight, and how I don't really, it's not that I don't care about her emotions, it's that I truly want her to know the answer to what she is asking in the most honest way possible through what I've learned personally and from just life experience. So it's kind of ignoring the feeling element for a second, but truly, like, I'm a Taurus, so I care so deeply, but I come off very blunt because I care so deeply. I don't want to have an emotional conversation with you. I want to have a deep conversation with you, and you are able to get criticism from me, but I mean it with love, and I'm not coming from a mean place. It's simply to get you to grow into your potential of who you can be. So that's how it kind of takes place in the workplace. When we pull the Queen of Swords in a financial read, this is all about keeping things straight, okay? This is about being honest with yourself. This is about having head over heart when it comes to making financial decisions. Again, we can be great sources of the Queen of Swords energy when other people come to us to ask about finances, being very honest with them about what has worked, what doesn't work, how they can help, or how they can change their behavior financially in order to help them. This is a great, great card to really lean in on your headspace of being like, boom, 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 I'm going to get shit done. I'm being loyal to my commitments financially. And in turn, it's going to help me come out on top financially and move into the King of Swords energy. That pretty much is going to sum up the Queen of Swords. Now, when you pull it reversed, this is the exact opposite. This is where it comes with malicious intention of like criticizing just to get under somebody's skin. This is like trauma. This is toxic boundaries we have up. This is financial confusion because you purchase things emotionally rather than having head over heart. This is just excessive negativity and trying to be an authoritative figure a little too much. This is kind of like the toxic side of us that we see when maybe we know that we have a one-up on someone and we can use it in our defense to kind of dig our claws into someone and get what we want, or just to hurt someone. And this is really, I see the Queen of Swords in reverse as a red flag of like, caution, caution, caution. How are you or this person in your life using your intellect and your communication and your stubbornness and your bluntness for you to win, for you to feel good, to put the other person down, to be toxic, to make excuses for yourself of why you have boundaries up when those boundaries are kind of ridiculous. So the Queen of Swords in reverse, to me, it's kind of like a red flag moment of, hey, check yourself or check that person and make sure their intentions are true, and make sure that they're coming from a place of like still caring, but less emotional and just trying to help you. So overall, that's going to wrap up the Queen of Swords today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your interpretation of the card down below in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want more tarot content. And as always, this makeup look will be posted on Thursday. So if you're interested to see my tutorial, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell. That's going to do it, guys. I will see you in the next one. Love ya.